There's a reason they banned the drums first. In 1740, South Carolina made it illegal for enslaved Africans to beat drums or blow horns. The punishment was flogging, sometimes death. Not because the noise was too loud, because rhythm is dangerous. When bodies move together, minds coordinate. When feet stomp in unison, people remember they are not alone. And when people remember they are not alone, revolutions begin. Our ancestors knew this. Colonizers knew it too. This is the story of what happened when they tried to kill our dance and why they failed. The slave ships came with chains and Bibles, but they also came with a plan. Strip them of their language, strip them of their gods, strip them of their music and their dance. Because the colonizers understood something simple: culture is power. In Jamaica, after the Maroon Wars, colonial authorities banned drumming entirely. In Cuba, the Spanish outlawed Santeria ceremonies, where Yoruba dances connected people to the Orishas, the spirits of their ancestors. In Louisiana, enslaved people could only dance on Sunday afternoons in designated squares under supervision. Why? Because unsupervised dancing meant planning, coordinating, remembering. They knew that when we danced together, we were dangerous. Here's what our ancestors did when they took the drums away. In Brazil, enslaved Africans from Angola brought a fighting technique called ngolo, a zebra dance from back home. In the senzalas, the slave quarters, they practiced it in circles. They moved low to the ground, spinning, kicking, sweeping. To the plantation owners watching, it was entertainment, acrobatic, impressive, harmless. It was not harmless. They called it Capoeira, and every movement was combat training. The low sweeps could break ankles. The spinning kicks could split heads. The constant movement made you impossible to catch. And the songs they sang while dancing, sang in Portuguese with Kimbudu words hidden inside. Those were instructions, battle plans hidden in rhythm. By the time slavery ended in Brazil in 1888, formerly enslaved people had used capoeira to fight back, to defend quilombos, the communities of escaped slaves hidden in the forest, to survive. The government banned it immediately in 1890, not because it was a dance, but because it worked. The same thing happened in Haiti. The French plantation owners mocked the Vodou ceremonies they saw, people spinning until they became mounted, possessed by the Loa, Ezuli, Ugo, Baron, Samedi. The colonizers called it demonic, primitive superstition. What they didn't understand, those ceremonies kept fun and Yoruba memory alive. They preserved languages the colonizers tried to kill. They built community. They maintained the belief that freedom was not just possible, it was inevitable. When the Haitian Revolution came in 1791, those same primitive dancers became an army led by Toussaint Louverture, a man born enslaved who knew the dances, knew the drums, knew that rhythm creates discipline and discipline creates armies. They fought, they won. Haiti became the first country in the world where enslaved people defeated their masters and took their freedom by force. The colonizers learned their lesson. They never underestimated our dances again. By the 1920s, white Americans discovered black dance. They came uptown to Harlem, to the Savoy Ballroom, and watched people dance the Lindy Hop. They watched the improvisation, the way dancers threw in their own steps, responded to each other, made it up as they went, all rooted in West African dance vocabularies brought across the Middle Passage. They loved it. Then they took it downtown, cleaned it up, made it appropriate, gave it to white performers who became stars while Frankie Manning and Norma Miller, the actual inventors, remained unknown outside Harlem. Elvis Presley built his career on moving his hips, the way he's seen black performers move in Memphis, gospel churches, and juke joints. He became the king of rock and roll. Sister Rosetta Tharpe, who invented the sound, died with $500 to her name. In the 1980s, young black Puerto Rican kids in the South Bronx invented breaking, athletic, competitive, born from concrete and cardboard and nothing else. Within years, white suburban gyms were teaching breakdance fitness for profit. The kids who created it got nothing. And today, every viral dance you see has African roots. Twerking is Mapuka from Côte d'Ivoire. The isolations, moving one body part while keeping the rest still, come from West African dance. The call and response between dancers, the circular formations, the improvisation, all African. But when those dances blow up on social media, the credit goes to influencers with millions of followers. The money goes to brands who turn them into trends. The young black dancers who created them, often teenagers, posting from their bedrooms, get nothing. The theft continues, just in new packaging. Now, here's the truth. Here's the truth the colonizers never understood. You can ban the drums, you can outlaw the gatherings, you can steal the movement and sell them back to us. You can make black dancers famous and then erase them from history. But you cannot kill what lives in the body. When enslaved Africans in South Carolina were forbidden to drum, they created the ring shout, a circle dance with handcuffs and footstones that kept West African spiritual practices alive. The slave owners thought it was Christian devotion. It was not. When the Gula Geechee people along the South Carolina coast were cut off from Africa, they preserved the dances anyway, passing them down in secret and coding their history in movements when writing was forbidden. When Zulu warriors were restricted under apartheid, they danced anyway. The stomping, the high kicks, the perfect synchronization. It was never just dance. It was training. It was resistance. It was refusal. When South Africans lived under a system designed to strip them of dignity, they created Pansula, a street dance that was defiant, stylish, unapologetically black. They danced in public spaces that told them they didn't belong. They danced anyway. When Fela Kuti created Afrobeat in Lagos in the 1970s, his concerts weren't just performances. They were political rallies designed as parties. The Nigerian government knew it. That's why they raided his compound. That's why they beat him. That's why they threw his mother from a window, killing her. Our ancestors survived the Middle Passage by remembering how to move. They survived slavery by creating new dances when the old ones were banned. They survived colonization, apartheid, Jim Crow, and every law designed to break them by dancing anyway. Dance was never just entertainment for us. It was medicine. It was language. It was the history we couldn't write down, carried in our bodies instead. Watch any music video, any viral challenge, any choreography that makes the world pay attention. You are seeing Africa. You are seeing centuries of innovation, resistance, and refusal to disappear. They tried to kill it in 1740. The drums are still beaten. And now you know our story.